they will appeal for help. If the reader stops or is unable or unwilling to proceed during the coding of reading behaviors, the most neutral thing you can do is tell the word to the reader. This is called a told. Because it is a teacher intervention, a capital T is written alongside the word. This is because the action was taken by the teacher, not the child. If the word loose was a told, it would be recorded like this. If a reader appeals for help, either verbally or non-verbally, the appeal is turned back to him and the teacher says, "You try it." The appeal by the reader is coded as a capital A above the word, and the code for "You try it" is also written alongside the word because it is said by the teacher. Once that directive is spoken by the teacher, many things can occur. In the first example, for wiggled, the child makes no response and then appeals to the teacher. The teacher says, "You try it," and the child actually gets the word correct. In another example for wiggled, the child appeals to the teacher, "I don't know that word," and the teacher's response is, "You try it." The child tries the word wag, and then the teacher gives a told of the correct word. In example 3, the child appeals, "I don't know that word." The teacher could say, "You try it." The child does nothing, and the teacher makes the decision to give a told to get the reader going again. In example 4, the child substitutes the word wag for wiggled and then says, "Is that right?" If the teacher decides that the child's done everything they know how to do, she makes the decision to give the child a told and keep the reading going. Now you'll listen to a reading, but you won't code it. Beginning on page 2, listen to both the reader and the teacher.
Okay, these are interesting things. If you have to do very many tolds in one of these, the book is too hard. We just made it arbitrary at Maplewood. If you have more than 3 tolds in a book, put it away. But if you're telling them, it's going to impact their their percentage correct. But it isn't an independent read if they're relying on a lot of tolds. So let's hear what they say.
Watch as the reading is coded on the form. Kate had a loose tooth. Her tooth was, what's that word? You try it. Very. Loose. Kate played with her tooth, but it did not come out. "Don't play with your tooth," said Kate's mom. "Eat your eggs." "Is that right?" "You try it." "Eggs?" "Breakfast."
The R's because they repeated what they said.
"I want my tooth to come out," said Kate. "Your tooth will fall out," said Mom. Kate waited. "Is that waited?" "Wiggled."
I would have stopped this reading
Her
a
tooth.
long time ago.
But it did not fall out. Kate brushed her teeth. "I don't know that word." "You try it." "After breakfast." She wanted her tooth to come out. She wanted it to come out. I don't know that word. "You try it." "Not now." She brushed and brushed. She brushed her loose tooth, but it did not fall out. There never seems to be enough space provided for the unique and creative things readers do, so you may have to squeeze the sequence of events in between words. And as you might imagine, you can never be sure where the sequence of appeals and tolds will occur. It's unique to every reader. You've been learning about the coding of reading records. If you wish to review any of the information you've learned thus far, simply replay this tutorial. You will need lots of practice with the coding of reading records to increase your speed. You will be able to record more and more information each time you take a reading record, and with a lot of practice it will become easy and natural for you.